We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Welcome, it's Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson and Matt Gay going to kick things off. Off we go from Landover. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL, but I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit. Trying to get the running back here going early on the first play, Mike, but what that does is it opens things up for the rest of the passing game as the game unfolds. Show this defense our running back is not an afterthought. He is a priority to our passing attack.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
That's good. For on Lions, first down.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Samra still makes the stop. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing here is Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
2-yard gain on the play.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
They'll try to sneak it here. And they've got it. Going to pick up the first down there.
It's a gain of 2.
Right around midfield.
And the Lions, first down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Detroit.
Set to go now on first and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
He'll look to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 3. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 20, here's second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. This is caught at the 2, and he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta, touchdown Detroit. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Commanders nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to, and your team needs a settling force at quarterback to have one of these guys. Man, what a weapon.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll step up and run. And a nice run. He'll be close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Brings up
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
First down and more to the 45. 15 yards to pick up. Good for a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A gain of 6.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Goff to throw. On target to Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
18.
First reception of the game for St. Brown, and he gives his team a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. It's caught by the tight end Laporta. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Commanders' 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lions ball to begin the second quarter as they begin with 3rd and 8. Laporta in motion. To throw is Goff. Open man left side. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Gibbs showing off the elusiveness, and he's in. Touchdown.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0.
Commanders, nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And a Commander's 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
3rd down and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full of them.
Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Raymond going to return it, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It is Percy Butler to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll go with the sneak. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
A gain of 14.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Complete to Jameson Williams. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Detroit Lions first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Jameson Williams. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
From the gun, it's Goff. This pass complete to Raymond. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They'll go play action with Goff. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes third and goal.
5 yards brings up third.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions stake themselves to a 17-0 lead. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with first down. On the give, it's McNichols. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. DJ Reader brought him down. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12 yards.
That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
A gain of 12.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
2nd and a yard. Williams in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
7-yard gain.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
And 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pass caught left side. That's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. To begin this third quarter, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Aleem McNeil. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now, faking the give. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Goff to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Start on the ground, and he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. at their 48-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
He takes off. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on first down.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. There he goes again.
A 7-yard gain. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll step up and run this. And he'll get down, avoid the hit. Gain about 7, setting up 3rd down.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly, realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket, decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. That was in a critical situation. There is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Lions have got it. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions able to add on. It is now 27-0.
Commanders nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run. It's McNichol. He'll get about 2. Brian Branch in on the tackle.
Brian Branch on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this out wide. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
On the handoff, McNichol. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play.
2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
The back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's a designed run.
Mariota on the keeper. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
The Commanders about to send this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Laporta in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Still second down.
On second down, Goff. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Here's a run with McNichols. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore.
It's a gain of 4.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Leads to second
And there's a
10
great
at the
example
35-yard
of the
line.
pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
Moore going in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Open man is Samuel, complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll scoop, and they are into the end zone for the first time today. Marcus Mariota, touchdown Commanders. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Commanders 7.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31.
Down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Gives it to Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier. Preston Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Goff. To the outside. That's St. Brown. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Washington will take over.
The Commanders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right, and nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain him. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. He'll run again. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
First down. 1st and 10.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Has caught. That's Lane. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. On the read, he's going to try and run with it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Washington.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
This one out to Moore. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
Moore going in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit.
27. Commanders 14.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Raymond now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Right side and brought in by Williams. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Detroit.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down and more. It'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate 1st downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. is gone. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They proved much the best in this one. To get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.